The Senate will come to order. We are on the third agenda, order business 4.
Mr. President, your Committee on Education, to which was referred Assembly Bill Number 330, has had the same under consideration and begs leave to report the same back with the recommendation without recommendation. Signed, Senator Roberta Lang, Chair. Mr. President, your Committee on Growth and Infrastructure, to which was referred Assembly Bill Number 112, has had the same under consideration and begs leave to report the same back with the recommendation do pass. Signed, Senator Dallas Harris, Chair. Mr. President, your Committee on Health and Human Services, to which was referred Assembly Bills Numbers 403 and 463, has had the same under consideration and begs leave to report the same back with the recommendation do pass. Signed, Senator Fabian Dignate, Chair. Mr. President, your Committee on Revenue and Economic Development, to which was referred Senate Bill Number 496, has had the same under consideration and begs leave to report the same back with the recommendation amend and do pass as amended. Signed, Senator Dina Neal, Chair. End of reports.
Order of business 14, unfinished business.
Senate Bill 355, introduced by Senators Lang and Hammond, revises provisions relating to financial services. The Assembly has amended this bill with amendment number 669. Does the Senate wish to concur or not concur in this matter?
Senator Lang.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate concur in Assembly Amendment 669 to Senate Bill 355.
Can we get a 1-minute recess?
Okay.
We are in recess. The Senate is back in order. Senator Lang.
Okay, Mr. President, I would like to rescind my last motion and make another motion that the Senate not concur in Assembly Amendment 669 to Senate Bill 355.
You've heard the motion. Are there any remarks from the floor? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Senate Bill 355 is ordered to the Assembly.
That concludes order business 14 on the third agenda.
Order of business 16, remarks from the floor. Introduction of guests. Seeing none, we will go to the fourth agenda, order of business 4, reports of committees.
We have no further reports at this time.
Order of business 12, second reading.
Senate Bill 496, introduced by Senators Lang, et cetera, and Assemblyman C.H. Miller, revises provisions relating to the film industry. The people of the state of Nevada, represented in Senate Assembly, do enact as follows, Section 1 into Section 1.
Are there any amendments?
I have amendment number 809, proposed by the Senate Committee on Revenue and Economic Development.
Senator Neal.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 809, move to adopt. I move to dispense with the reading of the amendment.
If no one objects to order, Senator Neal.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to adopt the amendment.
You've heard the motion, Senator Neal.
Senate Amendment 809 to Senate Bill 496 makes the following changes to the bill. The provisions allow certain unused credits under the bill to be refunded are eliminated, and the provisions requiring the annual maximum amount of the film infrastructure credits to be adjusted based on changes to the CPI beginning in 2031 are removed. The amendment also makes several technical adjustments to the bill.
Are there any remarks from the floor? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. SB 496 as amended is ordered reprinted, engrossed, and in the general file.
Assembly Bill 112, introduced by Growth and Infrastructure, establishes provisions relating to wildlife crossings. The people of the state of Nevada, represented in Senate Assembly, do enact as follows, Section 1 into Section 1.
Are there any amendments?
There are none.
AB 112 is ordered to the general file.
Assembly Bill 330, introduced by Education, revises provisions governing education. The people of the state of Nevada, represented in Senate Assembly, do enact as follows, Section 1 into Section 1.
Are there any amendments?
There are none.
AB 330 is ordered to the general file.
Assembly Bill 403, introduced by the Assembly Committee on Health and Human Services, revises provisions governing halfway houses for persons recovering from alcohol or other substance use disorders. The people of the state of Nevada, represented in Senate Assembly, do enact as follows, Section 1 into Section 1.
Are there any amendments?
There are none.
AB 403 is ordered to the general file.
Assembly Bill 463, introduced by Assembly Committee on Ways and Means, revises provisions governing child care facilities and certain child care programs. The people of the state of Nevada, represented in Senate Assembly, do enact as follows, Section 1 into Section 1.
Are there any amendments?
There are none.
AB 463 is ordered to the general file.
That concludes Order of Business 12.
Order of Business 9, Senator Dondera Loop.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I would like to re-refer Senate Bill 496 to the Committee on Finance. And I will refer Assembly Bill, I move to refer Assembly Bill 112 to Finance.
If there are no objections on two referrals, so ordered.
That concludes Order of Business 9.
Order of Business 16, remarks from the floor, introduction of guests. Senator Cannizzaro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate stand in adjournment until the hour of 11 a.m. on Wednesday, May 31st, 2023.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Finance, we'll be going to Finance.